So today we will continue with the topic of special products. Today we will see the special product that is called binomials with the common term. Remember, a common term, it's exactly the same term. It must have the same coefficient, the same variables, the same powers. So a common term is exactly the same. So in this case, binomials with common terms will be something like this: x plus a multiplied by x plus b. That means the common term in this case is x. So the rule for doing a binomial with common terms, it's the square of the common term plus the sum addition of the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the product of the non-common terms. That will be something like this: x plus a that multiplies x plus b. It will be x squared, that it's the common term squared, plus the addition a plus b multiplied by the common term multiplied by x, plus the product or multiplication of the non-common terms a plus b. And that's why that's the specific formula. Let's see in this case the demonstration. So we need to do the whole multiplication. So if we multiplied the first one by the 2, it will be x squared plus xb. Then it will be multiplying this by this and by this, so it will be plus ax plus ab. Here we can put it like bx to be in alphabetical order. In this case, we can have these two terms have x, so we can put it like a x that multiplies b plus a plus av. That's why the formula is x squared plus a plus b multiplied by x plus a multiplied by b. So this is the demonstration of why when we have a binomials multiplication with common terms, the rule is the common term squared plus the sum or addition of the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the multiplication or product of the non-common terms. So let's see some examples. So let's see, in this case, we got also binomials with common terms. In this case, the common term, it's x. The non-common terms are plus 8 and plus 3. So the rule says the common term is squared plus the addition of the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the multiplication or product of the non-common terms. So our answer is going to be x squared plus 11x plus 24. And that will be it. It's correctly ordered. So in this case, that's our final answer: x squared plus 11x plus 24. So it's a very usable special product. So let's see another examples. So if we get something like this, in this case the common terms are 5x. So in this case the rule is the common term squared plus the addition of the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the product of the non-common terms. So in this case, the final answer is going to be 25x squared. Then it's going to be plus 2 that multiplies 5x. Of course, you can do it by mind. It will be minus 6 times 4. It's going to be 24. So the final answer is going to be 25x squared plus 10x minus 24. And this is going to be our final and ordered answer. So as we saw, it's only applying the rule. the common term squared plus the addition on the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the multiplication of the non-common terms. So let's see another example. So in this case, it's going to be very similar. Remember, in this case, we can order it at the beginning, but we can do it also without ordering. In this case, the common term is 7x cubed. So in this case, the rule is the common term squared plus the addition of the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the product of the non-common terms. So in this case, it's going to be something like 49 x to the 6, because remember, power of a power, when we multiply the exponents, then it's going to be plus minus 5x squared multiplied by 7x to the third. Then it's going to be minus multiplied by minus, it's plus, so it's going to be 6x to the fourth, because remember, when we have powers, when multiplying, they get added. So the final answer is going to be 49x to the 6 minus 35x to the 4 to the 5th, plus 6x to the 4th. And this is going to be our final and ordered answer. So in this case, it's the same. The common term squared plus the addition of the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the multiplication of the non-common terms. So let's see another example. So in this case, it's going to be something like this with fractions. So the common term, it's 9/5 of a to the 6 b to the third. That's the common term. So it will be the rule, the common term squared plus the sum of the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the product of the non-common terms. So it will be something like this: 81 over 25 a to the 12 b to the 6, because power of a power. Then it's going to be, if we add 2/3 plus 1/6, it will be like adding sixes, least common multiple. So it will be 3 times 2 it's 6, so 2 times 2 it's 4, plus 1, it will be 5/6. So it will be 5 over 6, that will multiply 9/5 of a to the 6 b to the third, plus it's going to be, when multiplying fractions, both numerators but denominators, we can simplify this 2 with this 6, so we can simplify it to be only 3 times 2. So we eliminate this 2, so it will be 1 over 9. So in this case, we need to make the multiplication to end, so it will be 5 and 5. I can get simplified. 9 over 6, we can simplify it, because 9, it's like having 3 multiplied by 3. And 6, it's like having 3 multiplied by 2. So we can simplify this 3 with this 3. So our final answer is going to be 81 over 25 a to the 12 b to the 6. Then it's going to be plus 3/2 of a to the 6 b to the third plus 1 over 9, and that will be our final and ordered answer. So let's see other example. So what happens when we have letters in exponents? Don't worry, it's the same. In this case, the common term it's 8x to the 2v plus 3. So it will be following the rule. It's the common term. I'm sorry. We'll put it here. The common term squared plus the addition of the non-common term, so it will be minus 5x plus 3x multiplied by the common term plus the multiplication of the non-common terms. So it will be something like 64x, and it's going to be 2 multiplied by 2b plus 3. You can do it in one step if you want. Plus, it's going to be minus 2x that multiplies 8x to the 2v plus 3. And finally, minus 15x. It's going to be 1 and 1, so it will be x squared. So in this case, our final answer is going to be 64x to the 4b plus 6 minus, it's going to be 16. In this case, it's like having x to the 1, so it will be 2b plus 4 minus 15x squared. So in this case, it's already ordered, so that will be our final answer. 64x to the 4b plus 6 minus 16 to the 2b plus 4 minus 15x squared. So let's see a last example. So what happens if we have something like this? Don't worry, it's the same. We got a common term that it's 2 over 5x squared. That it's our common term. So the rule is the common term squared plus the addition of the non-common terms multiplied by the common term plus the product of the non-common terms So our answer is going to be something like this. 4 over 25 x to the 4th. In this case, we cannot add y with x, so it's going to be only multiplying this by the two terms. So it's going to be minus 16 over 15 xy. Then it's going to be plus 5 multiplied by 5. It's going to be only 2 over 4. That it's going to be 1 over 2. So it's going to be plus 1/2 of x cubed. Here I forgot the x squared. So it's going to be then minus, it's going to be 8 and 4. We can simplify it having number 2 here. So it's going to be 10/3 of x y. So in this case, the answer it's not ordered. So our full unordered answer is going to be 4 over 25 x to the 4th plus 1/2 of x cubed minus 16/15 of x squared y minus 10/3 of xy. And that is going to be our final and ordered answer. So that will be it for today's topic, binomials with common terms. So now you can do the specific activity for binomials with common terms. Thank you for listening, and we will see you on the next one.